Welcome to our monthly Woodworkers meeting. It's a little bigger than usual today. I'm really glad to see everybody here for this special presentation. I suppose most of you don't really know or need much introduction to Makoto Imai. Perhaps you read the feature story in the Seattle Times a couple years ago, and as I did, and discovered that right in our own backyard, over in the woods near Seabeck, is perhaps the finest Japanese woodworker anywhere outside of Japan. And so we are extremely honored to have him here to talk to us today. Makoto Imai.
So I'm just so happy to get these happenings because the reason was I wasn't getting not young anymore. So and I have too many wood and lumber, and I have to take care of some. Have to be out because I have not much limit. So I decided asking Mike, and he came up and helped a lot of people to bring to my place to look at my lumber, and so that started the happenings in end of last year, and so then I saw people I remember even before in San Francisco, California, first I came from Japan. And same I got so excited about American people, and especially interested wood and or making. That's always I'm open and welcome. So, and that's why we had this, had a chance to get this kind of a moment. So, and I had an opportunity to, show you what I did and what's my traditional, way of tools and way of making and stuff like that. So, and thank you very much, and today coming over, and I'm very happy. So, and I guess first, I started coming over from Japan to America was doing around the Vietnam War. Around that time, I was living in Kyoto. And before that, I grew up in a countryside, and 6 years apprenticeship training from I was 15 years old to 21 in my home country, and graduate apprenticeship. And then I went to Kyoto. Then I was working at tea house and temple company, and I was so interested in those quality building, and then I was very seriously, and I got Kyoto 21 years old and till 27 years old, and I was in Kyoto. Then I met couple of American people came from the U.S. and learning about carpentry and traditional temple carpenter, and so I met two people and one from France. So 3 people I met, and was so they are interested so much in traditional Japanese carpenter. And me too, so become a very good friend, and more than good friend, because so nice to share everything. That's the only I'm interested in. They're only interested in those. Then that's why I started, felt, because wow, because American people and foreign people have more interested in Japanese history or, things. So that's why I started. I like American too, so that's why I decided to come over to America and to teach traditional Japanese way of woodworking, stuff like that. So that was started, came over to America. And I got in San Francisco Bay Area, and about 20 years I was in California. And then 30 years now in Washington. So I didn't realize because Washington is our longest. And so means I like it. Because, point is very interesting is that California is a nice paradise, living very comfortable weather and people too. But since I moved up to Washington, Washington is between Japan and California. Japan is too much more humidity, and California is really dry. So my tools is all traditional tools is wood block and wood handles, and it's very hard time. And so means if I like California, still not good because my tooth is not happy. That is now I understand because I used to be I like where I like to whether it's comfortable going, but I didn't realize tooth is important. So now my all hand tools is just perfect in Washington humidity and temperature. That's what I would say. So means equals all wood or built homes is they're happy and perfect environment. And too dry is not very hard time. Wood is very hard. So because Japanese traditional ways are all air dry wood and very carefully processed to dry out, then making a beautiful buildings. And yeah, but I forgot something. Beautiful building in because everything is traditional ways, like all nature is the God. We cannot control the nature. So like same like American Indians, spirit is very close, similar. And so that's why, even for me, cannot away from hand tools, or cannot away from air dry wood, or also of course I don't want to too much destroy the nature either too. So and that's why, because my life is always by hand process. So it takes time. So even one project is about between 2 and 3 years takes to complete. But of course, we do structure, design, structure, and then interior. Also, we taking care of everything, except the electrician, plumbing, and roof. That's a different story. So, so that's why we have all never get tired for a job, because each house is a different design. That's one excitement. And also process is interesting is we have timber framing work at the shop. So that's a really heavy duty work with heavy duty tools. And then after put together building, and then going to inside the finish work. That's more like a cabinet maker feel like. Between, kind of. So then we have another excitement. And then keep doing, and then after complete, and then then next is another timber framing work and finish work. So all that won't get really so much enjoyable each process and all total system. And the other things is nowadays I can appreciate. But I have a lot of things to say, but sometimes I jump something, so I'm sorry. So, yeah, it's okay to just show what I did in US. Yeah, thank you. This is actually my in Japan, because I came over to America and 20 years in California, but during 2 years, I have to go back to Japan to get a permanent visa. So I thought went back in 1 year I can get green card and come back, but I took 2 years. So that's why 1 year I worked on temple company I used to work. And then after finishing one project, then I had the time, so I went back to my parents' house. And my parents had old, tiny, like a 3 by 3, size, and all like all rotten and broken down shrine. So that was need to be, I thought that's because I can do so. I started telling my parents I can make it because I have the time. So, but I didn't realize I have a payments to US for house payments. But I didn't really think about those. So I told my parents, because my parents is right now 12 generation, and parents' house was an old farmhouse, now probably 350 years old. And but I want to say all generation for thank you very much. So that's the reason I just no charging. I started making this. And so this is my parents in Japan and shrine, yes. But good is then I come back to US and I lost everything. Everything. But good experience. Then I understand is sorry. This shrine is because no, I'm not expecting any money. So I just a project only, and I finished. Then I came back to America, and I lost everything. So then I failed because now I can see is all my life I can see all I did at the company I worked is what mean that because I did parents for no money, so easy to focus and nothing, don't need to worry about it. So I just did it. So that's why even this, to me, so much relation I get, and appreciation, and enjoyment and stuff. So that's why nowadays I've started, thinking I just want to make on furniture and my world, my personal world. Because I don't want to work outside, because outside job is always money equals give something. And that's not right. Because I can do, but that's not the happiest. Happiness is better not think about and make it and then give to customer. Or I can make it something I like. Then someone people likes it, okay. So that way, because sometimes customer ask me to make furniture. The always problem is if for business, always I come into a budget or money and time and da 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 da. Only I have one thought. Try to enjoy that. But then finish it, and after finish I come back. I can see. Then I come back to my gallery to see my furniture. Quality and feeling everything is something wrong. So that's why rest of my life, if possible, I can able to survive. I like to make something I like, without any customer. Then I have it. And then if people like it, okay. If you don't like, that's okay. So that's only I can able to appreciate my life, to be honest. So anyway, sorry, this is in Kyoto. I went back to 2 years for get a green card. That time I worked on one of the temple. This is almost 1990, 94. I came to Washington, and then one of mail I had able to meet, and we had a little bit business, very short time only, but we did some business with sawmill people together, and they had a great, great wood and export. That time is everything is cut smaller and sending to Japan, exporting and stuff like that. But they had a big, incredible mill. This is we will see after this next. This is a traditional way of house plan or carpenter plan. And, traditional ways are one-piece board and then drawer and bottom. Left side, bottom of left side is a first floor plan, and then right side is a upstairs plan, and then also same downstairs fourth floor is a fourth floor and a floor plan, and beams plan, and a actually structure drawing. So only this. Watching this, then all image, everything in the house, everywhere, gonna have to know. So already get to know everything. So then started laying out piece by piece. And at that time, I had young energy and resource. So this was only I wrote not a pencil, not a pen, traditional sumitsubo, we go. This is, oops. Sorry. The sumitsubo is a very old, from, little over 1,000. It's 1,000 years old. Still, we are using. So this means even computers old now. Still, this is have to have this. And then that's why, small, tiny bamboo brush, and usually maybe, this size, but maybe little bigger. But this is used for porcelain beams, for laying out. So really fine, brush. So then really, flexible. And then pointed, and very sharp point, like a, blade. So then other side is just a smashed bamboo. So this side and dip into ink, and then a square, and then draw the line, and then writing a character. So, and this is very useful, and no need of pen, and no need lace, trace, or anything, just this. And this can start the straight line. And if you want to have a curved line, you can twist it, then make a curve. And so this is very traditional way, still alive. And yes, yeah. Then you can put on wood, and that's why one day I was this drawing by this, I challenged. So that's why today I just want to be on the slides. This is by hand, with this, not a pen. Pen is so easy. Yes. This is a house in California. This is a put together all structure. And that time we didn't use a crane because that time was like a hippie time, so everyone loved to do by hand. So nowadays cannot be done because so dangerous way to do, but we did it. Yeah, usually making a joint, Japanese style is like that. So different than Western way. But now I remember because this way is probably Japanese people leg is short, so easier bending, or that's a part of my because America is long leg, tall, so we need to do this. But the Japanese people are short, so easy to do. And you won't get food so much. This is one of Seattle, and we did so far. This is the nicest building on my life. We did. We got the opportunity. Yes. And took almost 3 years. Yes. But all this is by all joinery everywhere. So even clients, I think, still don't appreciate. Because client have to appreciate, they gotta come out sharp to see what we do, but never came out. So very beautiful, nice things missed, I would say. Yeah, this is after all the structure put together and have a ceremony we have, and so we had a ceremony. And this is doing a finish work. And we had 6 or 7 people always working. And every time lunch, everyone make a lunch, and every other day, everyone have to make a lunch. So we are like a Japanese style. Okay, today I will make a lunch, and then next day some other people make a rotation. And that's why probably all my workers, even American, well speak English and Japanese. So that's why my English is very, very bad, even nowadays. So, but that much we did my crew together with Japanese style. Yeah, photography is not really clear about it. All we did, floor and door, everything, cabinets, everything we did, window, door, everything. Our crew did it.
What kind of problems did you have with Western building instructors and Western building codes?
Actually, that is not that wasn't difficult because if we know joinery, I have to make all the drawing for them and then go through the structure engineer to calculate. And so, yeah. So we didn't have any problem.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I would like to this exercise.
Yeah, this deck is called moon deck. So during the moonlight, and then they can enjoy watching the moon. So that's why I made a deck. This is during the winter time, so outside walkway. And this gardener came from Japan. So
Are even the patterns in,
Yes.
in the stone?
Yes.
Are they traditional Japanese
Yes.
patterns?
yes,
They have meaning.
yeah, yes, yes. These are like wisteria terrace, and all round and round. This is a different project in different project, and I made a Japanese room, traditional Japanese room in Western homes.
So is that area under the table where people's feet would go?
Feet, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Is it all pine?
What?
This is all pine?
Pine?
Pine? Is it pine? Or what kind of wood is it?
We use either hinoki, like a white cedar, or Alaskan yellow cedar. Is the based on post and post mud seal post structurally, and also we combination with Western red cedar.
Oh,
So that's why Japanese contrast is only white and I guess brown contrast.
Are the connections all pegged? No nails, no screws,
Yes,
all pegged?
yes, yes. And plus, yeah, even this project, this is in California, so very dry area. So that's why materials have to set up very dry condition. So very, very hard. And this is a garden, gazebo or something, I would say. This is I did at my shop, and I can all joinery all put together temporarily and take apart. Then ship it to job site. Then so easy to put together.
You got a good numbering system so you don't get the parts mixed up.
No. Yeah,
Of course you did.
yeah.
So Makoto, that is not a screw on the picture.
Oh, that's a screw. Yes, yes. Certain things we have to use. We can use without, but textile, who can support, that is a problem. We like to challenge, but we have some limits. Very important is main framing to be all joined, wood joined, so very flexible, can move but come back to our position. So, and if bolt joint at the tightening, and wheel comes, and then after 3-5 years later, space and shrinks, and then, but a wood joint is just wood and a peg or wedge. That's they are sure, they are really nice to get holding, very nicely, even dry, wet, just raising wood joints is the best way. So even making a simple door, small or large, whatever, we do is each pieces, we lay out each pieces, and then make a joints, everything, then put together. So put together looks simple, but just like a house, because we are even one door, small door, same in the mind, or each piece is laid out. Accurate is possible. So.
No glue.
Yeah, we use glue too. Yes. Yeah.
Do you have Japanese traditional glues, or do you use commercial glues like we have here?
Yeah, now I'm living in America, so America have a very great glue, so that is bad. I would say good and bad, depending. If some customer want no glue, then we will make, but
So our glues are like polyvinyl or polyurethane chemical.
yes,
Just sometimes it's spent in water.
yes.
In Japan, what was the basis for your glue?
Well, basically,
Like a high glue?
100 years ago, started using animal glue. But before that, I think they use only just rice and to make a paste, and then put together, just not really holding. But the rice problem is making a tungsten, old tungsten, and all they use a rice glue. So later, bugs goes in and then eat rice. So that's why even panels looks good, but even take down inside, they are eating all. I guess rice glue eating that. So best is even no rice glue, just a wood joint is the best. Yes. This is like this is last year I completed this client in San Francisco.
Makoto, my wife asked me to ask you,
Yes,
how did you make that?
how to,
How did you make that tree?
oh, that panel,
That fan?
that's
Many pieces?
yes, yes, that's just an inch and a half thick. Yes, then I have to, first I just add the knock off the, and then after that, cold plane, plane, and many pieces. Yeah, that's all the small pieces on the middle, go through.
That's all the slides you sent us.
Ah, yes. Yeah, this is I have many songs. This is only some of my slide.
So what are you putting for finish on that?
Finish is traditional ways. Well, depending like really near the ocean, is people use like cooking oils and mix with clay type of natural color, mix it, and then put it on wood and becoming a red. But some place are, but average is about traditional building is no natural, and no oil. So where is even wood, fresh is a fresh, and a baby, I guess baby. But get 80, 90, get to really, people too say cannot hide. But that's another beauty. So Japanese traditional ways, just enjoy little by little weathering, and many generations use it. Just enjoyment. So nothing to really. That is the way of their style. But also Japanese overhang is longer. And especially, temple is a big post. Takes a long time to, like, if in case. But smaller post is more quicker, shorter life. So if you want to make a longer life house, make a post bigger. It's a basic idea. Maybe I can show you some today. To see. This is this is we use even now we gotta have this to make a Japanese homes even now. So this is as for flattening from ropes. But before this, we use an axe to get straight. Then after that, axe, and then this one is one more time finishing touch. Can do. So then, this is a long time old, same as incline. But then after this, still, then people made this, later on, people made this tools for more finer surface. So, and so then after that, after this made, and then people made this to make a more surface. So that's why this is just a like this knife, like this. So just makes like that. So then, you know. So long time ago, the surface and the high spot, I think they're like taking like this to make a smooth. So then, you know, little bit like this. So this is the smoothest thing yet. And then now, I don't know how history will be, but we have a display, so we can make so even all white piece. First we have so always little by little shift. This is just making it up. Then just roughly make a, you know, front smooth everywhere. And then either this or this. So then you can touch it right here. And then this is a finished surface. So
Have Japanese planes always been pulled and not pushed?
yes, usually basically pull.
Is that for better control?
Yes, yes, because this way we can keep walking. Walking like almost like like a martial art. Like this energy, this energy moves to there, and you just keep moving. And could be this, but this is a different muscle. You know, like this way is much more. That's why always we have to this all condition. So wood, and we have a straight blade, like a scraper. So then this will scrape to make a condition. So easy because wood can scrape. Any shape can make to it.
So how often as you're building a home are you tending to your tools? Is it continuously throughout the process?
Process the
The tools themselves while you're building?
process.
To sharpen the tools, flatten the tool, your planes,
Yes.
how frequently is that happening in a work day?
That's every day.
Just once a day?
Every day.
Yeah.
And during the day, usually during the day is not supposed to be, but get dog have to shower. But that's but sharpening, but have to go back quickly is the mind, so very hard. But that's why after work, take time on your own pace. Then taking care of this. So at night is the best. Yes.
They're ready to go in the morning.
Yeah. Because you know. And
Makoto, how long did it take you to learn to sharpen?
sharpening is not, well, if doesn't, not that long, takes time, I would say. Because point is, if I can teach American way of teach style. But Japanese way of style of teaching, then you have to give it 3 years. When Japan, we are in America, Japan is so different, upside down, everything. Everything is, yes, is Japan is no. Here, okay, Japan, no. Because in Japan, it's like, training is watch and learn. And no answer question. No answer question. Don't talk. worked. But our culture is even more way back, more severe, very severe. So, but then, American people I met in Kyoto, and they couldn't really speak Japanese, so they didn't have a hard time because there's some people, just treating very bad, pushing down to America. And I was saying that because I'm from countryside to a big city, Kyoto. I'm kind of a new place. But then that's not that's not right. So I really trying to help them too. So that's why I learned in American ways. I'm usually I'm Japanese traditional way of lifestyle, everything, but I'm okay now because even I came to America. So very interesting, But I'm very happy to be here, more than Japan. Yes.
How long does it take to build a home?
Regular home, probably year and a half. And depending on what the quality level go up, more time is. And regular home don't need a really nice wood. And medium is have to have a little more better quality wood and time and skill. And really nice is no limit is the best.
Who decides the quality? Who decides the quality of what you're going to build?
Which quality?
Who does? Who makes the judgment?
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
The owner, you, both of you?
That's depending on. I cannot say you gotta make this, no. Owner have a budget, I want to. But if really, then I said no, I cannot do so. I have a limit too.
Proportions are always important in Japanese architecture. I'm looking at these planes. Are those standard, quotes, sizes for planes?
Yes. Yes. And because this plane is try to make a flat surface. Wavy condition and use this to make a perfect flat. Then this side is one side need a longer, and other side don't need a longer. So if to both way, and then how to control sometimes. So this is a proportion of here. But the only another is tune up. How to tune up then? If you want to machine made already flat straight, is a one condition then finishing up. And if this is rough wood, rough surface wood, then you're gonna have a 1, 2, 3 plane, and then one plane is a coarse, so sticking out more, just taking out roughly, flattening, and then next plane is a little finer, so set back a little bit more, and then tuning different way. And then plane up. Then wherever shaving come out, all the way everywhere, perfect flat. But that's why this middle plane is the most important. And it's the same sharpening. coarse stone, medium stone, and polishing stone. Everyone thinks polishing stone is the most important. No, middle. Very simple, but takes long time to get the experiment, to get to understand that. Then surfacing plane, finishing plane is just a already flat surface, and then making a smooth. But the middle plane is the most important. But now we have a machine, so if we buy only this, have to have those
Is there a special skill required for the Japanese tools?
special skill.
Steel.
Or steel.
Steel.
Ah, yes, yes, yeah. Like used to be a white steel, people, white steel and blue steel. But now it's just a more complicated steel comes out.
Is it from Japan also? The best tools are made in Japan?
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Yeah. And of course, number one is sword steel. Samurai sword steel is different than carpenter steel tools. So if you do frame made by sword steel, with totally different work. Totally different work. And also sometimes maybe too easy. So better not. Too perfect steel, get bored. Or get self, no appreciation anymore. So, but junk is not good either. But so be okay. So, trying is important. Trying is important in everything. So.
Is there a dream project that you have not done yet?
Oh, yeah. Oh yes.
What would that be?
Well, still I like to keep doing construction, like, tea house design, tea house kind of house or homes or nothing else, whatever. But probably I'm running out of time. So best way is I have to teach and train younger people to in the future.
How many people are you teaching? How big is your studio?
How
many people are you teaching?
My experience is, I think, between 6 or 7 people. I can take 10, but then I get so busy, then become a sloppier. So, probably 7 is up.
In the design process,
Yes.
using the culture of Japan and the architecture that you do you just replicate established patterns and methods, or do you take them and kind of add your take to them and kind of improvise and reorganize the elements into things that are just using the tradition but kind of messing with it a bit?
Yes, and design is traditional carpenter in Japan, they are still same, following the same method and proportion. Cannot change it. And traditional building art. So that's why for me, not that interesting. Because all same, following the same way, pattern, and making same, I get boring. I cannot do that. I like to have something deal with my taste to add it, to make it my personal taste. So that's why I'm so glad to came over to America, and America is very open for those. So if in Japan, it's very hard, very hard. No, not much freedom, freedom. And even want to living in Japan, it's neighborhood and whatever, or just they are become very close to relations, or too much. I don't have my personal time and focusing, because always I worry about the neighbor is coming, or cannot. So, but in Japan it's like if someone give something, or I have to do something, I have to give back. So very diligence, very hard.
For a lot of us here, woodworking is our hobby. We do it for fun. What do you do for fun?
Fun.
Yeah, other than woodworking. Other than woodworking. Young time, I started this life. This is my life. Even my wife knows. Still, she cannot understand what I am. Because so selfish, my wife sometimes says. But selfish, I have to have a selfish, otherwise I cannot focus. Or I like this, that's why I become selfish, or I don't know. I can, and if nothing to do, still go to shop. Clean up is one enjoyment, and organizing lumber is another enjoyment. And level 8, have to take care of my tools. If I don't get taken care of, I feel feel bad, sorry to them. So, yeah. So means, I get no attention. That's not good. I get. So that's why always we are. I get energy from them. Then I can get energy to them to make up. So that's why my life is just simple.
Different question, Makoto.
Yes.
So do you think that traditional joinery in
Yes.
Japan allows the houses to survive earthquakes better? Because there are a lot of earthquakes in Japan.
Yes.
Do you think that they are able to move and not fall down?
Yes, like post and beam structure is a flexible structure, not a stiff structure. So, example, even such a like this size, and this is just a simple mortise and tenon, and then wedged. So you can try to break this
Only they can become lightly loose and tight is only weather they can do. And by now, no, they don't want to. They say, depending weather, they are all.
When you make the mortise and tenon, is it important to use the same wood for both, so they change at the same time?
Basically, softwood is okay. But only difference is hardwood and softwood have to be joined, they have to change a little bit. My proportion, and just have to change a little bit to adjust it. Because it's two personality.
Yeah.
And even, this is say like a post and B, such a small, but why now cannot move? But if summertime really become drier, just slightly can move. Then light moisture come, just tight. So.
How can we learn from you? How can we be your student? How can I want to learn.
Well, that's why just this time, first time I started and sharing with people. And then I can think about to, I'm thinking about if lots of energy I get, I buy. Also, I like to sell, but also I need some running out my time too, because I was 27 years old, I came to America, I started teaching right away. And I spent almost 20 years teaching and demonstration and lecture. Because at that time I couldn't get a really job, of course. So that lost time, I need now try to make it my time to make something. I'm happy, I want to make so. And also same time, I'm interested teach. It's awesome.
We can be Japanese students. We watch, we don't talk.
What?
We can be like Japanese students. We watch, we don't talk.
Do you have any furniture? Yes, I do. I just all my life is I don't like big company production. I hate it. So all I can private, very private, business too. So that's why I don't really put, but I do have my personal furniture gallery at home.
Makoto, do you have projects at home that in your at the studio, the display area, do you have things for sale? In the showroom, and you have
Yes.
things that you are willing to part with for the appropriate price?
Yes. 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 So, yeah.
Can you show us some of your chisels, the number? I'm interested in how you restored the back, when you need to restore it. It verifies it. I'm thinking I'm going to ruin that.
Or want just want to see like this.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get here, now you have to stop.
Oh, chisel
Yeah.
only plain
Oh, only planes.
because chisel is craft service is we need quite a bit flat amount of surface. But plane is only this way and only edge is cutting. So we don't need,
Okay. You don't need much.
yeah. Chisel we need because sitting on the surface of wood. Surface of wood, guide, and then you can get flattening by this flat is a guide. So lots of flat area will be more easy.
It's 1/8 of an inch flat.
Yeah, yeah, but even come out to then this area is sit. And then slightly up a little bit. That way you can keep passing. If you do this way, then you can get stuck right here. So chisel is always used this angle. So this is flattening. Just a tip and flat. And yeah, this is I was in California. This is used to be a Western hands. So this was a handle here. But I made other way because Western also and spring steel is good, I hope. So I made and really house. But I had a longer one, but this side is a thinner, so I got the brake, so I can put back a little shorter right now. But then this side is a little too thick, so I sprayed, and then I made a tooth. So this is one of Western saw. And this is a brand new, is like this. But my apprentice time and I using it, this much gets short. Yeah, so this is, but still okay. But only point different is a new one is all the same thickness here, but the old one is thicker, thinner. So old one get shorter, still can use because still have a tension because thicker and thin. So can use. If same thickness, if get this skinnier so old one is a very small. Yeah, then we have this code. So if we use for dovetail on the board, we use keep angle, keep saying, and keep cutting for the dovetail. Yeah, even backsaw, my backsaw is originally this, but I got it so short. So, but the only problem nowadays, hand saw is a problem because all the saw hard to find a really good
sharpening people nowadays. So only self have to sharpen and practice to get really. So that's why nowadays, replaceable saw is available. So, but if this type of saw is totally different, nice feeling. Nice feel you can get. So you can. Yeah, that's always, sharpening, even every day different condition. Even doesn't matter how many experience. Every day different conditions of people. But I just try to everyday practice to get average, to be higher. That's only. But still, everyday difference.
That's about workbenches.
Yeah.
Japanese workbench, work clothing. Are you supposed to be lower?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Otherwise, this is a way. And cutting like this.
And for planing, you sit.
That's only short piece.
Right. Yeah.
Like a box maker. But carpenter like this height.
Sure.
Yes.
What about chisel?
Yes.
Do it on low bench?
Yes, low bench. Yeah, low bench or high bench. Even that we sit here like this. And then, that's why nowadays I started to use Craftsman.
Right. Yeah.
But originally is we don't need craft. And just sit and just do.
A number of different stones here, different courses, but what are they made of?
Oh, this are just polishing stone. Polishing stone is like this, but this is very smooth, very smooth. This is from Kyoto, in a mountain. That's the only particular place can get this stone. Not everywhere in Japan, no. But then a little bit different area, slightly different kind of polishing stone. Yes. So this is from the other, most famous stone from Kyoto mountain. And
What do you use for a lubricant? What do you use for a lubricant?
just water.
Okay. Do you have to flatten those then sometimes?
Yes.
How do you flatten?
Yes, used to be we have other coarse stone to make a flat. But nowadays we have diamond stone. It's very nice to make a flat. So, and this is a natural medium stone. So this is polishing stone, and this is a natural. This is also from mountain. So medium stone. And then coarse stone is we use one other kind of natural stone. Or carborundum stone is nowadays. So, and this is also medium stone. So we have two types of medium stone.
Makoto, how much would that polishing stone cost?
Well, that's a depending, maybe nowadays I don't know, probably $100 is to start with. because my board is probably 2,000. So, because my life, $5,000 quality, then $1,000 quality, and then twice 2,000. I had time to go through. So that's why some people really love stone, then they really get going. So depending. But I would say, nowadays synthetic stone, this is a synthetic stone, and it really cuts fast. And this sometimes I use for flattening other stone. And if something really has a nick, I will use this one for taking out quickly. Then go back to natural stone. But the difference between man-made and natural stone, that is another same thing like bolt joint and wood joint. And same thing, about the same kind of difference. Somehow, people's man-made cannot trying to make it more better, but go to different direction. But even, this is a man-made stone. But this is, I was in my apprenticeship time. They made and now this company makes same stone, but this stone is so hard. So it takes a lot of times I can use. And nowadays, much more softer, so it goes quickly. So they made original ones are very nice, but they need probably guess business, so that's why they made it soft and cool. This is from apprenticeship. Very hard. So just a different old wine and new one, even sense of it. Oh, this is just one of temple handmade sample. This all makes from square to this all by hand. This is temple, and nowadays they put the cover this shape. Don't need to carve out someone, but this is. So
you didn't turn that on a lathe.
No. We don't have traditional way. We don't have a lathe for the carpenter side. So always have to follow. Even a curved piece is all one piece. To make it, we don't have a bending techniques. So this one I have to make, square and eight side. Then I have a curved plane. I have to dress up to what the size diameter will be. I will set up plane like a perfectly diameter. So it takes time to set it up. If once you set it up, don't need to see. Just whatever, keep playing. Whatever shaving is come. All the way shaving comes out like this. So that's why set the tooth condition to what I want to be, then even don't need to watch out. Even flattening that piece, if does and two pieces together, really becomes. So plain does very nice work too. But we have now, nice convenient tools, so that's why. So more, convenient tools comes and we'll get more. But point is that's why I said hand tools is very close to almost knee and hand, then together one. So that's why even whatever make it or going to make it, enjoyment is much deeper. More can enjoyable. So that's why I cannot stop or I cannot change the life. I won't get bored.
Thank you.